Hey everyone, it's Jordan Manis with our weekly interactive experiment video. So today we're going to make electricity and fire out of a lemon and some copper nails and zinc plated nails. So let's get started. So first we have our copper tacks. We're going to insert 6 of those. We already softened up our lemon. So we're going to do 6 of these big guys, spaced out. Okay, and then we have our zinc plated nails. Just gonna do opposite, making sure they don't touch. These are a little bit longer, so they're gonna stick up a little bit higher, but I think we'll be okay. Now what's gonna get interesting is our wire, but we'll see how that goes. I think I may have cut the wire way too long, but we'll make it work. So here we have our wire. Yep, we sure did. So we're gonna go ahead and back that out here. Cut this down a little bit. There we go, perfect. So when I'm editing the video, I'll speed this up so it's not taking too long.
Now we're just going to tighten everything down so nothing touches. And make sure we have contact on metal to metal. So we got our fire.
All right, so we're gonna see if we can position this properly here in the fireplace to see what happens. So let's get our positive wire in. All right, positive wire is in. We're gonna get our negative wire connected to our electrode. Maybe. Well, lesson learned for sure is to use thinner wire the next time I do something like this. Is the type of wire that I use definitely is not helpful here. All right, we're good. Let's see what we get. All right, well, it wouldn't be an experiment of mine if it didn't not go according to plan. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it there. Spent probably a good minute or so. So we're gonna wrap up here with yet another unsuccessful experiment, but we'll be back to talk about what we should have seen and why I think it didn't happen the way it was supposed to. All right, so we're back with some analysis of yet another failed experiment, unfortunately. Not having a good average this semester here, this session. So what should we have seen? Well, obviously we should have seen a fire on our steel wool and our tinder, which I used the paper from the inside of the wire that I cut up. But I think that's part of the problem also, right? So let me show you what we got here. So the wire that I used, let's see if we check the gauge on this. I think the big part of my problem is I think I just used too thick of wire. It's either a 12 or 14 gauge, and I think it was just way too thick. I thought it would work, but I think the thickness of the wire just didn't create a good connection with the electrodes or the nails that I was trying to use with the lemon. Had copper tacks and some zinc plated finish nails, and I think they were just too thin. Especially the finish nails were way too thin. Even though I crimped down the wire on top of them or around them as much as I could, I looped them like you would like an outlet, the screw on the side of an outlet. Just kind of looped them around in a hook and crimped them down. Even on a couple of them, I went back and tried it again and did a double loop to try and get a little spiral to get as much contact as possible, even spread out the nails on the lemon a little bit and still had the same result. So I think my choice in wire is what ultimately did me in, and then I think I probably should have tried a second type of tinder to get the fire to ignite off the steel wool. So honestly, I'll probably try this one again with my son at some point soon, and hopefully we'll have a better result. But for now, that's where we're at. So what should we have seen besides the fire? Well, we should have seen a reaction, a chemical reaction, of course. And the citric acid in the lemon reacts with the zinc. And we also have the copper in there, right? So the copper, the pulls is a stronger pull on the electrons. So all the electrons move towards the copper once the wires are connected, and they created that one-to-one connection between one zinc electrode and one copper electrode. Should have started the movement of the electrons towards the copper. And the moving of the electrons is the electric current, right? So when we had our wires on the end pieces that weren't connected to, like the one zinc wasn't connected to a copper electrode, it was connected just to the wire, and that's what we use for our positive and negative ends of our circuit. When we close the circuit by touching the steel wool, it should have heated up, and we should have had that strong glow, that generation of heat by the electricity, flowing into the steel wool, ultimately heating up to a point where the tinder or the paper caught on fire. And that's what we should have seen at the end of this experiment. Unfortunately, as we've seen, we did not. So, but that is what we should have seen. So unfortunately, once again, here I am reporting another unsuccessful attempted experiment. But like I said, I'll be trying this one for sure with my son. I think he'll enjoy it. So that's all I have for now, and we will see each other next week. Take care.